Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Halos and Heroes, and today Tom MacDonald released Facts. We're going to cover it. Um, right now, I'm looking at one video a week. This channel is going to become more of a hobby than a full-time thing for me. I've been doing this for 3 years. I really appreciate all of you being here. But honestly, I have so much else going on that I want to keep this channel going, but on a level that I can still do everything else that I need to do for me. You guys are important to me, you know that. Always have been. For the people, or for the person who stated, what, you don't respond to comments 2 days after posting the comment, I'd like to thank you for breaking down all of Infected Rain and all of her side projects. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have comments that I have not responded to for over a month, but I will get to all of them. I don't have enough people on this channel yet that I feel that responding to comments is not possible. That being said, today we're going to dive into Facts, Tom MacDonald, Ben Shapiro. I saw this morning, not going to lie. So what this is going to be for me is a look at the lyrics, lyrical content, and just an honest review of how I feel in regard to this. Now, right off the bat, his sweatshirt says, "I don't care if I offend you." And Ben Shapiro, "Facts don't care about your feelings." Tom MacDonald has quoted that in one of his other songs. So we already know, or we already knew getting into this, that this was going to be one of his most controversial. I'm okay with that. I'm going to read the lyrics and we will go from there. Sorry for the long intro, but let's get started.
They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message.
Sorry, I had to fix the volume. Let's go ahead and start that over. And ready, set, go.
They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message cause I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't wanna...
Okay, so that was the intro. They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, right. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist and every liberal is right. Pretty self-explanatory, but for those that think that this is a diss on whites or Muslims or anybody else, he's throwing the stereotype blanket over it as a way to point out the fallacy of the logic of it. Just because I'm white doesn't mean that I'm bigot or transphobic or racist or whatever. It means I'm a Marine veteran who is allowed to have his own opinions, thoughts, and feelings without being judged for it or criticized. And I've, I'll tell you a true story. When I was in Qatar, I was there for a week when I went to Iraq. And when I was in Qatar, I had an imam sit down with me for 2 hours and go over the Quran with me. Knowing I'm an American Marine, he took the time out of his day to explain his culture from his culture's perspective to give me a bigger picture of what Muslims actually stand for and their religion. So I think we spend too much time weaponizing specific opinions and not enough time focusing on the people themselves.
I talk to folks who don't get it, go woke, go broke, no hope is pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive, but you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't
I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressives, but you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where are the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down. They all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. We actually got to a point in this country where we said that American flags were unpatriotic. And that is the most ironic and frankly stupid thing I've ever heard. Just me, but I think it's... When you hang a flag but have no affiliation with it or don't stand behind it, but you're doing it because it's what everybody's doing or it's what the media says we're supposed to be doing, makes you a social justice warrior. You're not correcting anything and you're not fixing anything. You know, if you hang a rainbow on your front porch but you're straight and your wife is straight and your kids are straight, then guess what? You're virtue signaling. You're not changing anything for anyone except trying to make a statement about how open and accepting you are. If you are, be open and accepting. You don't need to put a banner on your front door that says, we're progressive. If you are, you are. It'll show in your actions and the way you treat people, not the flag hanging from your front door.
This ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. Now, there's going to be people who are going to go all the way back to the beginning of Tom MacDonald's career and be like, oh, he was an alcoholic and a drug addict. Yep. Yes, he was. Guess what? This is a recovery channel about recovery and mental health and suicide awareness. And guess why? Because I got out of rehab and went full bore on this channel because it's my way of showing that people can change.
I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do. Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Okay, we're going to dive into Ben's verse in a second. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Now, I don't know if you guys saw in the background, but if you missed it, when he says, what would Ben do? Ben is sitting there on the TV staring blankly, and then he smiles and waves. And it is the funniest thing unspoken in this video to this point. The fact that Ben Shapiro is in this video, period. Come on now. And I love some of the plays that he goes through. So let's go ahead and back it up just a little and then kick off.
If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats, I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic, don't be a whack. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs, look at my chart. cards. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap.
He put a lot into that verse, considering that a year ago he said he didn't even like rap. Look at the stats, look at the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Great play on Lizzo and that. Homie, I'm epic, don't be a wap. We all know that one. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. That was funny. I don't care who you are, that's funny right there, because it's a yarmulke, not a cap. But not lying either. Look at the graphs, look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You're going to prison. I'm on television. Dog, no one knows who you are. You want to keep promoting this gangsta thug lifestyle and you know, your Zans and your lean and whatever, and you think that makes you cool, but all that does is put you in rehab or jail or prison or in the ground. What he's saying is find a way out of that life cycle and into a better one. We're all capable of it. There is no one holding us back except ourselves. And that's coming from somebody who spent the majority of his life in the passenger seat of his own life. Keep hating on me on the internet, my comment section, all woke Karens. That's funny. I make racks off a compound interest. Y'all still live with your parents. Very funny. Nikki, take some notes. I did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1. He called out Nikki, he called out Cardi, and he called out Lizzo, all in the same verse. In the style of Ben Shapiro, very monotone and very matter of fact. It's like, if you guys remember Ben Stein, I've been compared to Ben Stein. Anyway, so we're going to dive into the pre-chorus and then the chorus. And then the bridge is pretty self-explanatory. So I've yammered my mouth off for too long. We're just going to finish the song out as is. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down, but there's a minute and 20 seconds left.
This ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
And may I just say, if any of my comments offended you, then sorry, not sorry. I have very strong opinions on being a social justice warrior. See, a social justice activist will see a building without a handicap ramp, and they will go and they will get the city permits and they will build a handicap ramp on a building to facilitate handicapped people. Because that is activism. That is how you are active. A social justice warrior will stand and scream at the building for being handicap inoperable. It will not solve anything. It will not fix anything. There will still not be a ramp or an access way for handicapped people, but they'll feel better because they yelled at the building. The other thing about virtue signaling that bothers me while I'm on the subject of ranting is that if I have an LGBTQIA plus squared to the third power flag outside of my apartment, but I'm not willing to be friends with, or I look down on the same people, all I'm doing is pretending. That's all I'm doing. I am pretending to be something or someone I'm not. Last thing, pronouns. There are certain people who genuinely believe that their pronouns matter. But I think what has happened, my own perspective, my own opinion, is that the 10% that you see on TikTok and Instagram demanding respect are the weaponized version. They are the weaponized ones who the media and everyone else tries to portray as the entirety of that community. And frankly, in my opinion, the ones that are weaponized to act that way, it's sad. It really is. There's better ways to get attention. Be somebody. Do something worth something. I sit here on a computer in front of a camera and I give you guys my opinions. I break down lyrics. I support mental health. I support suicide awareness. I support recovery. Because not only is that something I talk about, but it's something I do in my community. I run a smart meeting. I host a coffee social. I host rock climbing. I host a photo event once a month. These are things that I physically get out and do with other people in recovery because it matters to me. It's not because I just decided to jump on the mental health bandwagon. It's because I have mental health concerns. I have physical health concerns. But you know what? I make the best of it. So can you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Have a great day. I love you. I care. You are not alone. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.